Kent Hovind fan, but not a sycophant. And why am I bringing this up, you might ask? Because recently I watched 2 debates. These are definitely older debates, but I watched them recently. These debates look so old, maybe they were made on a VHS tape. And I wanted to comment on these 2 debates, because the people Kent was debating against said some things that are worth commenting on and noting. But if I'm going to make the debate about that, I might as well tell everyone what I think about Kent Hovind in general. Here are the facts about Kent Hovind. He is approximately of my parents' generation. He considers himself a creation science evangelist, which means he likes to give talks and speeches where he talks about the scientific evidence that backs up the biblical story, and then at the end of his talk he says, "Have you been saved yet? If you don't know where you're going to go when you die, say these words with me," and blah blah blah, and then they say the prayer. The prayer where he orders God to save him and forgive his sins. And Kent Hovind has done many debates, usually against college professors. He goes to a college, debates against a professor, and he also has a series that he made of seminars where it's just him talking about the evidence and his conclusions from the evidence. Kent Hovind has spent time in prison. I tried to fact check it. I tried to go to the government websites. I could not find, how to fact check. I couldn't find a government website that gave me the official hard facts about what he was convicted of. I found news articles, and I hope they were right, but, bear in mind, whatever I say, double check for yourself. Try to find out. And if you can find out, put a link in the comments what it was that he was convicted of. He says, I've watched thousands of hours of his videos. When Kent Hovind is talking about why he got sent to prison, he says it is for structuring. Structuring is a law that was designed, I hope it was designed at least to make life hard on criminals who are making a lot of money off of their crimes. You have to report, financial transactions over a certain amount of money, and if you take small amounts of money out of the bank to avoid reporting it, that is structuring. And there were news website articles that said on top of that he did not withhold from his employees' paychecks money that he was required by law to withhold, the FICA, things like that. So that's why that's the best information I have about why he got locked up. I said I'm a fan, but not a sycophant. There are 3 general areas or subjects I can think of that Kent Hovind has made public comments about, or big public speeches. And I don't trust him on everything. Don't turn to Kent Hovind for your theology. He wrests things from the Bible, claims things mean things they don't mean. He doesn't pay attention to all of the Bible. And there are refutations of some of what he believes in the Bible itself. And he doesn't believe all that God has revealed. So another reason I don't recommend you go to Kent Hovind for your theology is Kent Hovind doesn't realize that the Book of Mormon is true. I wouldn't trust him on law. I would not ask him for legal advice. The guy ended up in prison. Not the best source of legal advice. And he claims the reason he did not withhold money from his employees' paychecks is because he was running a ministry, and churches are exempt from income tax. Maybe churches are exempt from income tax, but church means a place where you go to and you hear people say things and maybe engage in an ordinance or ritual. Is Dinosaur Adventureland, as far as I can tell, it looked more like a business. Maybe a business with God in mind, but still, the Christian bookstore that sells you books is engaging in business. One of the one of the internet websites said he sold things there. He probably did. He has encouraged people to buy things before he got locked up, or I think now he does. He's written books and he encourages people to buy it. And I think you could buy it directly from him and not have to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or a neighborhood bookstore. So if you're selling the book, that's a business. That's not a ministry. That's maybe it's a ministry, but that's not what the lawmakers had in mind when they made churches exempt from certain tax rules. What I do trust Kent Hovind on is science. He looks at the scientific evidence and has some very reasonable conclusions based on the evidence. That's what I recommend you watch Kent Hovind for. Because Kent Hovind reads the science books. He reads the science journals. And he points out good, cold, hard facts and has some reasonable conclusions. Usually. He's not right about everything, but usually he has reasonable conclusions based on the scientific evidence that is there. Thank you for watching. You have a good day.